freezing morning in St. Paul, Minnesota, as jury selection began in the U.S. federal trial of 3 former police officers involved in the death of George Floyd in May 2020. Tou Thao, J. Alexander King and Thomas Lane all face Justice Department charges of abusing their position as police officers to deprive Floyd of his constitutional rights. It comes some 9 months after another former officer, Derek Chauvin, was convicted on state charges of murder and manslaughter. Chauvin was filmed kneeling on Floyd's neck for more than 9 minutes in May 2020. King and Thao also face an additional charge that they willfully failed to intervene to stop Chauvin's use of unreasonable force. All have pleaded not guilty to the federal charges. A separate trial on state charges of aiding and abetting murder is set for June 13th. Among a very limited number of people allowed into the courtroom during jury selection was Courtney Ross, George Floyd's fiancée.
I tell a lot of people, when you've lost someone, there really never feels like there's justice. But I truly believe that these men need to be held accountable. And accountability means that a guilty verdict will come. And they'll have to spend their time in jail just like everybody else who commits a crime does.
Almost 20 months have passed since Floyd's death. There has been some progress in addressing issues around police brutality and racial inequality. But Ross believes so much more needs to be achieved.
Minneapolis, I believe, is starting a foundation for how we are going to react now in the future to citizens and the way we treat them and the way the police need to respond to that. We are showing people that we are not going to accept these old racist ideologies anymore. We're game changers in Minneapolis.
The judge in this trial has said that jury selection could be completed by week's end and expects the trial to last about 4 weeks, while the questions and the issues raised by Floyd's death will no doubt take much longer to address. Dan Williams, CGTN, St. Paul, Minnesota.